other ways of managing the ionosphere, which the HARP was really designed to do, was to inject energy into the atmosphere through but that work has been the Air Force.
These are the same people that don't have any problem funding world wars. So I think their agenda of what needs to be done and what is right and proper for humanity is probably somewhat different than yours and my value set. That I think we're really dealing with a very, very different mindset. And they love control. Plain and simple, they love control. And I think once you begin to control something that should be random or driven by the natural forces of the planet, it becomes very addictive. And if you can see your results in higher grain prices, so you can, because of a drought in Australia, if you can, bring in Arctic coal to Europe, and then you've previously bought, oil futures, or you're trading on the Chicago Board of Trade, heating degree days or cooling degree days or precipitation totals. There's always financial derivatives attached to weather. If you know what's going on in the weather playbook, then the game is pretty.
Better part of 30 years I worked in the aerospace and defense industry. Had a secret clearance twice during my career. Some of the technology that I saw or participated in the creation of tends to play a role in some of the things that are used to control the weather. The very distribution process is being employed in the aerosol campaign, manipulating the weather, crops, taking over the food production or controlling the food production. The military applications of the process evolved when they realized in the 1800s that you can put things into the environment that will influence the uptake of moisture and where it drops out of the atmosphere again.
When we see these silvery white skies toward the horizon in the morning in the east, in the afternoon in the west, skies should be blue, not silvery white. And the bottom line is, even when you don't see the horizon-to-horizon trails, we are absolutely still being sprayed. When you see even the shorter, bright trails, still aerosol disbursement. I challenge anybody, look at the high bypass turbofan jet engine, which is all tankers and all commercial carriers. 80% of the air that passes through that engine is non-combusted. That engine, by design, is almost incapable of making any type of trail. So when you see the silvery white skies still being sprayed, the horizon-to-horizon trails are the tip of the iceberg. Losing significant amounts of solar uptake from whatever these aircraft were putting above my home. I had no choice but to investigate, and I was astounded what I found. Didn't like what I found. Started to test my rainwater. Found there was an incredible amount of toxic metals in that water. Those metals matched geoengineering patents. And those amounts have escalated over the course of 5 years. In the case of a woman, as much as 50,000% in a single rain event.
It's totally devastating. The trees are dying.
Now, in the case of California, when we have a shred of ozone in the northern and southern hemispheres now, the power structure is trying desperately to hide that from us. We can see our trees around town here, they're burnt to a crisp. So, and we had a recent disclosure I'll talk about in a minute from NASA. But we also have a very straightforward equation. We know from available science that when you aerosolize the atmosphere, it diminishes and disperses rainfall. This is not about cloud seeding to create rain. Again, it's about creating artificial, toxic cloud cover.